following program is rated NAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
This week on the 5-Minute Warning.
There's shit out there that I just would not be able to provide.
Nope.
So that would, you know, and I told you before, man, like peace is expensive, bro. And even off the grid, bro, like you can't even buy peace out there. Like you just in a piece of land with somebody that hates you.
Hate? That's a rough word, man.
Hey, bro. You take away everything that your significant other holds valuable and holds dear to them, and see if in a few weeks that dislike and that displeasure don't turn into I hate your ass.
That gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-Minute Warning.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of 5-Minute Warning. It's your man, Ruben, in the house. Literally, in the house. We back. I'm still hurting, but we back. That's what's important.
But you are progressing because I presume you didn't have the blood bag anymore.
Now, that thing, that wound vac, at least for this point in time, is gone.
Why would it come back?
It's not off the table yet.
Well, back up. Why would it come back?
My doctor says it's not off the table yet. Precautions.
Okay.
So we're trying to do the best to make sure it doesn't come back.
I'll take that.
Because I can't work with that thing. So I can't, we're doing what we do. We're trying to make it live and try to live.
Okay.
That's what we're trying to do. But thanks everybody for listening, tuning in, listen to us live or listen to us on the podcast later. And of course, always with me is my cousin, my illustrious cousin, AG.
What's happening, y'all? How you doing?
Man. So, look, it's a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on. Like, honestly, I can be very honest and make this statement. Yo, man, I think I've hit the Trump limit.
You've hit is that like black fatigue? You have Trump fatigue now?
Yeah. Like,
did you hear that?
I heard that back there.
Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, that is coming from a white woman, so you know it's bad.
Yeah, man. I think, it's not even about stuff surprising me anymore. It's just, hearing his name just makes me want to just go and change the channel. Like, because look, I've gotten to this point now that all this stuff that's happening is because a certain group of people allow it. And you know what? If they want their country to blow up, because my hope is that the majority of the people there aren't stupid. I would say they're misguided. I would also say they're selfish. But come on, man. If little old me can sit and look at the body of work and see what the F is happening, you're either down with that or you're just incompetent.
But that's what I keep telling my lovely wife. She's really, really smart. Always has been. So it's not intelligence, but you can't approach this as a rational person. You have to understand your opponent. You have to understand the other side of the fence. And until you do and accept it, you will always come back to what y'all talking about right now. Her, you, anyone else. You have to understand it's not incompetence. It's not. Mo has tried to tell you this too. It's like you have to understand how afraid these people are and how much of a hunger that Trump satiates. He is speaking for them in their terms. Like the thing I've been telling my wife lately, last month or two, is I feel as though this is dinner table politics, where you say unreasonable things and you are mean and you're awful and everything is like super focused on one particular thing without any consequence or any context. And now they have somebody in the White House that is the leader of the free world, presumably, that speaks like them. Now, this ought to teach you. A lot of people out here talking about, I hate politicians or whatever, and in the same breath, they're like, he's not speaking like a politician. You know why that is? Because you have to have a modicum of diplomacy. You can't just, like, if somebody is interviewing you and you're irritated at someone else, you just can't, like, let the F-bomb go. You can't do that, but he can. And if you don't think that they're cheering for that, you are high.
Oh yeah,
And that's all I'm saying, man. It's just like a lot of things are coming out. A lot of things I thought were true in the moment, and we talked about it on this show about the assassination attempt. It's like, well, the wife just said it's fake, and I believe that was fake because it's like, I know people that have ARs, including Dale.
Wait, which one are we talking about?
We're talking about the assassination attempt.
Not the thing in Mar-a-Lago. You're talking about.
No. I'm talking about the one that actually happened.
They actually killed somebody.
Right. Dale has one. I know a couple of dudes at work that have them. If those bullets don't even touch you and whiz by you close enough, they're going to do damage. That's the kind of round that doesn't have to touch you to hurt you. And you mean to tell me he got hit in the ear and then his ear ain't all jacked up? I saw Evander Holyfield like 2 weeks ago. His ear still tore up.
He just got bit.
Exactly. So I'm telling you, man, this dude is their hero. He's made it an us against them. He calling people out their name publicly. The only thing he ain't said is nigga, and that's coming.
Yeah.
So
I believe that.
I'm telling you right now, if you think that like your average white person isn't cheering for this in some way, I'm letting you know this is happening.
I'm not even saying that. I mean, for me, it's like, it's interesting how, because we talk about, well, he's writing all these executive orders and blah. Man, none of that don't mean shit if Congress don't say nothing. And that's the problem. He's got Congress pretty much like, yo, y'all owe me, shut the fuck up. And that's what it is.
Well, not only that, but a lot of his side of Congress can't function or will not be reelected if they go against him. That's a lot of juice, man.
They assume they won't be reelected.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You assume that you can't beat your dad, but you can. At this stage in the game, you can kick your dad's ass. Are you going to do it? No. You know why? Because there's a lot of power in that word dad. And I'm talking about me too. I saw my dad 2 years ago. He tripped and we were I forgot what we were doing. We're kind of roughhousing, and he tripped and he fell into my arms. I could feel the frailty that I had never felt before. And my dad is pretty virile for a dude that's 80, okay?
Yeah. Your dad's in shape.
Exactly. But if you don't think I could take my dad right now if I wanted to, you're stupid. But do you think I'm going to try it? No. No. I'm not. I'm afraid of that dude that I can kill. Really? So again, look, man, I'm telling you right now, there is a lot of power that he has and he knows it. And those people know it. Because you're going to lose as a Republican representative, Republican senator. You are going to lose almost your entire constituency if you go against this guy. Good luck. Now, I don't like Mitt Romney. He racist as you want to be, but he does his job. He does his job with respect to the Constitution, and he proved that because he almost lost his job doing just that. And you don't mean to, you mean to tell me the people in Congress and the people in the Senate that weren't watching? Okay. Just saying, bro.
Nah, I mean, I agree, you know, and that's why I pretty much at this point in time I have fatigue, just because it's like, you know, you think something dumb couldn't happen, and then it's like, oh, hold on, beer, let me change the channel a little bit. Then something dumb else happened, and it's like, you know, now it's just more annoying that he feels like he's getting involved with things that really has nothing to do with him, but he feels empowered to speak on it.
Like NIL.
I mean, like fucking anything, man. NIL.
What's up, man?
The damn
What's going on?
Washington Commanders Stadium. Like,
Well,
bruh,
what did he say
you
about Washington Commanders Stadium?
Oh, he was talking. He said that I guess it was a threat about withholding some federal money or some bullshit unless they change their name back to the old name.
Oh yeah, they wanted.
Dumbass shit. And guess what? DC said, "F you, dog. We gonna go ahead and sign this deal and get this shit done." Like, but you know, it's just stuff like that, man. My thing is, you know, seen and not heard, but I just now I don't want to see you or hear you. I'm just like
sorry, bro.
Like really, man. I can't even watch Abby anymore, man. On CNN, I can't even watch the show anymore. It's just I'm done.
Man, look, all I'm saying is, I tell my wife all the time, I feel like it's been a 5-year term, and it hasn't.
Yeah,
But
it's only been like
at
9 months.
I hear that, but at the same time, it's like, look, man, it is what it is, and whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't sit around and think about this stuff all the time. It'll drive you fucking crazy, and it's just like,
I don't.
it is what it is. I mean, I just can't. I mean, there are other things that are going on in my life that are really good. I concentrate on those and hope I don't get shipped off to somewhere else unknowingly or knowingly. It is what it is, man. I mean, I can't. So many things I can't control, so I don't really spend a lot of time with it. So, I'm not disparaging what you're saying. I'm letting you know how I deal with it. But what you're saying is all sorts of truth. You're not the only one.
I just like truly, man. I don't watch it. I tried to watch it the other day.
You can't
for
help
the
it.
first time in like 3 weeks, man.
It'll come find you. That's the thing, man. It'll come find you. Mind your business. It'll come find you.
I turned the channel. I was like, dude, I haven't watched this show in a while. And damn Moby's boy. And I was like, nope, I can't deal with the idiocy. And it's not even idiocy. It's just like, it's just, you know, sometimes you just take it a little too far. Some people take it a little too far, and then he goes over that, and it's just like, I can't with you. Like, you're the worst. But I appreciate it because he's doing his job. You know, so there's that. What's going on, Moby?
Nah, just listening to y'all talk about something that I don't think about.
Told you.
Man, all right.
I told you. That's the best way to do it, man. I can't spend all day talking about this dude.
I mean, bro, I said my piece a while ago. I said the country is fucked. It's never gonna. Honestly, I'm past optimism and hope. It's only getting worse. It's by the time my kids are my age, the world is fucking gonna probably be over. And I'm just gonna do my best to ride the shit out, man. And do the best I can do, man.
I mean, that's pretty much what's going on. So,
Like,
you're not necessarily wrong in that.
It's not like magically Democrats and Republicans are going to start trying to work shit out. It's not like one party is all of a sudden going to decide that they give a fuck about black and brown people. Like, so what am I doing? I mean, I vote, I do my little part. I know pessimistically that when I'm voting, it really don't mean shit with gerrymandering and all. Honestly, man, it makes me sound like a negative person, but I'm just really being a realist, man. I do my best. I make the most out of every day, and I keep going, man. I I don't do the fear mongering, man. Like, it's whatever, man. I knew we were fucked before we even voted for him again, because I spent literally a whole year up here telling you, even though you were in disbelief, Ruben, about how he was going to be the president again. And he was going to be the president for the last time, because it'd be the last time we'll have a fucking president.
Turn on optimism. Shoot me.
I mean, look, I'm not mad at your optimism. I just balanced it with realism, man. Like, I know better than to act as if a group that hates me one day will stop hating me. Like, I just know that they're not going to ever stop hating me.
Yeah. I mean, you know, like I said, I am pretty much, yeah. Like, I just don't, I can't even listen to anything like that anymore. Really, it's, at least for now. Maybe in 6 months I might pick it back up, but right now,
I'm just sorry that you be listening to all the cooning ass niggas that support him and get upset. Because, like, you truly get upset when you hear about them cooning ass niggas tap dancing, hoping they get some scraps at the table.
Well, I don't even, you know what? That's the funny thing. Like I was telling AG, like, I really hadn't watched any of that stuff in a couple of weeks. And, like, I turned it on the other day and it was 5 minutes and I turned it. Like, I'm so just, what was the term I used, AG?
Oh, you're fatigued.
Yeah. I'm kind of done right now with it. You know, I pay attention to certain things that comes on my phone, but like.
But you watch CNN and heard Scott Jennings talk again?
Yeah. After 5 minutes of that, man, I was done. So, yeah, like CNN is not even a favorite channel on my thing anymore. Like, I removed the heart because I was like, I can't do this shit. It's like on Facebook when you unfriend people.
You want friend to CNN?
I want to see it on my cable box, man.
Oh, man.
Maybe later on, baby, but not right now. We need some time apart.
I'm just amazed when I hear certain people talk like Scott Jennings. Like, I'm just amazed at the dick riding gymnastics that these guys have to do. I'm sorry, it's not just guys, but these guys and gals have to do to, like, even have to show support for them, because most of the time I don't believe they actually believe half the shit they say.
Exactly, right?
But I do know that I'm just like, you know, it's like when you got a friend. We've all had that one friend that's in a relationship and you know that's not a good relationship, and he's still with her, and you just like, yo, is the pussy that good? Like, that's how I feel about Scott Jennings. Like, yo, man, is the dick that good? Like, I mean, like, does it quench your thirst? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you sucking him off, like, you know what I'm saying? Does it, like, do you have like Diet Trumpies or something where, like, you know, your blood sugar gets so low you gotta just slob them off a little bit and keep going? Like I just want to know what the draw is. And like I said, we've all had that friend with you, like, yo, man, this is a toxic ass relationship you in, bro. Why are you doing this to yourself? And the only thing that guys can reasonably think of is like, hey, bro, pussy can't be that good, man. Like, I promise you, there's other vagina out there, man. If you just expand your horizons, man. Like Scott Jennings, man, I promise you, man, there is another conservative dick you can suck. There's some more shit you can, like Tim Scott, all the people that like do all this gymnastics, like, bro, there are other dicks out there, man. Like, I don't care who you want to sleep with. Like, it's really none of my business. But like, it just doesn't seem like it's doing anything positive for you. So why are you staying in this toxic relationship?
But I still say they actually do believe in this, man. I'm telling you, especially the ones that aren't in the media.
I'm about to say some of them believe in it, but the people I be seeing on the media, man, I'm like, man, some of the stuff y'all saying, y'all are just working too hard to make something that doesn't make sense sound plausible.
I don't know.
And like, look, as somebody who spent a lot of time in his past lying and bullshitting to myself and others, I know a bullshitter when I hear one. Like, you ain't gotta lie to me. Like,
Oh man,
I don't know. You give him a lot of credit, man. I just don't believe that a lot of them.
Once again, AJ, I'm not talking about all of them. Some of them totally believe that shit.
But what I'm saying is I believe it's much more than some. I believe it's most. Some of them are cashing that check and they're saying what they have to do to cash that check. But some of them, I mean, a lot of them, I believe in some place in their heart or their entire heart, they really believe what they're saying and they want to defend it tooth and nail.
With the way some of them have flip-flopped through the years, that's why I'm just like, I know y'all don't believe that shit. Because, when Scott, like a couple years ago, when Scott Jennings thought the Republican Party was done with Trump, he was out there saying a whole bunch of cash shit about you, boy. He was talking cash shit about him.
Kind of like JD Vance. I get it.
Yeah, now he the first dick rider.
So like if you switching teams like that, like you not believing what you saying, bro. You just going to the dick that serves you best. Apparently, like it's.
I hear that. I agree. I think maybe some of me feels that way because I don't trust anyone.
Oh, see, that's the thing. I don't trust anybody who like can try to make something that sounds totally irrational and try to make it sound justified. I don't trust them, period. But some of them, I'm like, hey, I at least know the game. You know what I'm saying? I at least know, like, hey, you in it for the check. And
like JD Vance, without question.
You think JD Vance is in it just for the check?
Huh?
You think JD Vance is in it just for the check?
Bro, he is on wax talking shit about Trump. And next thing you know, they the greatest friends ever. Yeah.
Nah, JD Vance just got a lot of little dick energy, and you know what I'm saying. So like so I don't know if he was really talking. He was talking shit about him when he thought there was a chance that like that would be gone. But like he respected the fact that Trump got the bigger dick, so I gotta do my best to get on my knees and serve it. Like he
I know another dude. Oh, I know another dude. Your boy Raphael, man.
Raphael.
Because you say some cold cash shit about somebody's wife, and you still walking.
You see, he's a special case, man. Like, and the reason I say he's a special case is because there are some people who are just cowards and flip-flop on issues. There's some people who just are looking for the dick that's gonna win to ride. And then they're bitches. He just sounds like a bitch. I mean, it's like the different classes of people. Like, and I mean, he just seems like a bitch, man. And here's the thing, and I'm not calling him a bitch because I disagree with his views and stuff like that. It ain't got nothing to do with that, man. I just like, as a man, when somebody talks about your family, your wife, and your parents, like, and
his
then
parents too.
Yeah, he talked shit about his family.
Dang, I didn't know this.
So when somebody does this, and then you still get on your knees and make eye contact with them as you suck it, bro, like that's just another level of being a bitch, man.
Bro,
like
that's Robert Downey Jr. less than zero, bitch.
Wow, you're not wrong though.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah,
that's pretty accurate.
Wow, Robert Downey Jr. Oh my God, less than zero. You went there with that one.
And for you young people out there, if you've never seen Less Than Zero,
please see it.
Yeah, that shit's wild. That whole movie is wild from the beginning to the end, and it's just like, fuck, man. But yeah. It's. Remember the big beautiful bill, and then a whole bunch of people said it was terrible, and then they got concessions for their states. Oh, it's great again. It's like, really?
It wasn't just that they got concessions for their state. It was that the motherfucker walked in the room and said, y'all gonna do this or I'm gonna fuck everything in your life up. It wasn't concessions. It was threats.
It's the Godfather. We got to get this motherfucker on tax evasion or something. Get him out of here. Hilarious. But yeah, ultimately, like I said, man, yeah, I am going through. I'm kind of done with the whole politics things, at least for a minute, man, because I just, every
It's
day
cool.
is something stupid.
He's trying to set up internment camps now.
Yeah, it's.
So,
I mean,
but I mean, in all actuality, he said he wanted to do that like a year and a half ago. He said they should do that.
yeah, because
Take all the people who don't have houses in DC and create camp cities far away from DC so they can take their city back, as he said. That's an exact quote. That's not me making that shit up.
like it's city. Yeah, World War IV is coming sooner, or at least Civil War II. That shit's coming sooner than we think about, unfortunately. But what are you gonna do? All right, so let's move on from that. I do have a quick story, then we'll get into what we're gonna talk about today. Now, went to a seafood place yesterday. As Moby says, fuck this shit about. Went to a seafood place, and yeah, man, I ordered like one of the platters, different types of food, different types of fish and stuff. Cool. Now maybe it's me, but is it the more expensive of a place that you go, the more of a chance to have bones in that shit?
You talking about fish?
Yeah.
What kind of fish was it?
To be honest, I don't know.
I will say
It
this.
wasn't catfish, but it was just like, I'm sitting there. I mean, because, you've had some Long John Silvers. You had some fish from like, what's the name of that place? Red Lobster, Captain D's. Shit don't got no bones in it. I go to a place. It was a little bit more expensive than that. And I bite. I got a bone in my fish. What the fuck? Like, I'm paying more for food and I'm paying for the bone?
Well,
Am I wrong here?
it kind of matters what type of fish it is. Some fish is pretty bony.
And not only that, honestly, doesn't that mean the fish was probably fresher too? Because like fillets and stuff are generally frozen and sent to restaurants and stuff. So, I mean, yeah, and it does depend on the type of fish too.
I mean, was it Red Lobster?
No.
Okay, so well, let me ask you this. Was it a soul food type
was it
place?
Was it like a chain?
Okay, but was it a soul food type place?
Yes.
Well, you can't really judge it like that because they still gonna serve what black people eat, like croaker or whiting or some bony fish. So they might miss a bone or so, but they honestly probably expect you to kind of get over it.
I mean, I bet. Yeah.
Because all even Long John Silver's, even though it's like borderline real food, it's still based on cod. Like you know what I'm saying, like a cold water fish where bones just come right out, and they.
Well, but they don't have bones in their food though, and they shouldn't.
I hear what you're saying.
It's a different type of fish though.
Right. That's why I asked you what type of fish it was or what type of cuisine it is. But if I'm going to a soul food restaurant and it's fish on the menu, I expect it to be certain types of fish. I don't expect to get cod. I halfway don't expect it to be salmon.
Yeah, like it wasn't.
If you go to a soul food place, yeah, you'll probably get some type of croaker or something. If you go to like a upscale restaurant, you might get something like sea bass, which is notoriously bony.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure it wasn't me. No, it wasn't Captain D's Mobile Cowboy. So it wasn't Red Lobster because we didn't have cheddar bread biscuits.
Brent wrong for that one.
Brent, you funny. I'm not gonna repeat that shit.
Wrong for that.
But here's the other thing I thought was interesting. Now, I will go. I mean, we need to put that up there.
He took control of the show.
Hell off, man. People can see the shit. So, oh man, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, look, I'm all for some vegetables. And I will be honest, I don't go to many soul food places. You know? But I was reading the joint and I was like, yeah, we'll put some peppers and onions all over it.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna put this place on blast. I know you're trying to not say the restaurant name, but Crocker Spot is one of the most overrated motherfucking places ever.
Is it really?
They claim they have soul food, bro. It's not Southern cuisine just because you smother everything in gravy and onions. That is not a Southern cuisine thing. Fried chicken with smothered onions and gravy.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Everything has
Really?
fucking smothered onions and gravy.
You're messing up
Like,
the crust.
That does not make it. That does not make something Southern cuisine. When people go, "Oh, I went to Kroger Spot and it was so good," bitch, I've been to Kroger Spot multiple times. Ain't nothing there I would describe as so or good. It's okay, that's not true because the cornbread actually.
That cornbread was hidden.
I'm about to say, let me not be.
Yeah, you back up,
disingenuous. That cornbread be hidden.
And it came out in a big ass block like this.
Yeah,
And I was like, God damn.
The cornbread be hidden, but that's really it. Like there's nothing.
That crab cake was
About
funny,
Kroger
too.
Spot.
The crab cake was funny.
I've had it.
So wait a minute, because I've been wanting to get to this place for a while. So you're telling me that the only thing
It's
good
okay.
there is
No. It's
Well,
okay.
I've heard a lot of the desserts are good, but I don't really eat desserts like that, so I can't really speak on that.
well, I'm not going if crab cakes and cornbread is the only thing I can eat. So I'm good.
I mean,
I'm
if
telling you,
look-
man, I hear people talk about it and they say it's great, and I've been there multiple times. It ain't like I just had a bad experience. I've been there multiple times, and I'm just like, I would never pick this place.
I've been there multiple times too, and this is the first time I've ever had bone in my fish. That's what I thought was weird. I was like, what? I don't remember this. Because I would never go to a place where I got to pick out my own bones. I'll go down to...
So this is just one bone.
Nah. And then Mom was like, well, it's all on the side. And so I took the side off, and yep, there are all the bones. And I was like, y'all couldn't have just take the fucking side off? Like,
Okay,
what are
I
you
take
doing?
back what I said. I think they could have worked harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a roll with Ruben on this one because it's like I understand their side of things, but I also understand, bro. Don't nobody come to a restaurant and do that. They could have done that at home.
Who
So
you
I get
telling?
it.
I could have went to Captain D's.
Well, see, again, now we're talking about a whole nother fish.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm
That's what I'm
saying
saying.
within in
I'm just saying.
context, they could have worked harder. Which is
just
not
saying,
even
like-
working hard. It's more like doing your job.
Yeah, that's just like going to Ruth Chris and having to cook your own steak.
No, it's not like that. It's just you have a certain level of expectation that wasn't met.
Yeah.
That's what happened. So, like I said, I'm not really in a rush to go there anymore. I promise you that. Because I know
It's not horrible, but it's not. I'm not gonna stay here and put it out.
I don't
be like
want
that shit. Nah, it's not that.
I'm not trying to downplay the restaurant like it's the worst restaurant ever. I'm not saying that. I said overrated. So
They
like I,
got some good stuff
said,
there.
I would just never pick that. Like when I hear people get excited about it, I'm just like, I am never excited about somebody telling me, "Hey, we're going to Kroger Spot to eat." I'm just like, all right. If I ain't got nothing to do, maybe I'll go. But
I hear what you're saying, and I'm not saying that you said more than that. What I'm saying is as expensive as restaurants are, and they all are. If somebody gives me a mid review, then I'm going to take it as that and go somewhere else. I want to go somewhere else where my $150 is going to matter. Like I'm going to sit there and go, yo, this is what's up. So I'm like, if I can't get that from you and I trust you, I'm not going. It's not like you don't know what good food's supposed to taste like.
like I said, man, I be wanting to support black businesses too, man.
You
But
still
what
got
I'm
to
also,
perform.
what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to hype a business up just because it's black.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not going to hype it up just because it's black.
Because actually what black people want is to be able to succeed and fail just like everyone else. So if you are not performing well, it ain't extra. It's just I'm not going to give you my money.
If somebody up here hears this and they go, "I love Kroger Spot," you tripping. Hey man, to each his own, bro. Like to each his own. What I will challenge you is that, like, I don't believe you've actually had Southern soul cuisine before. If you've ever been to Kroger Spot and you go, "Oh man, this is what the Southern cuisine tastes like. Like, nah, it ain't.
Okay.
It ain't.
Because I mean, you got me with the part where they trying to put gravy and onions on like
peppers
fried
and onions
chicken.
on everything. Like,
Well,
what the fuck are you doing?
What about the crisp of the fried chicken? What are you doing?
Yeah, like,
Hey,
I
wait
didn't get
a
it.
minute. Am I lying? That's exactly what it says on the fried chicken, right?
Yeah, I told them I don't want the peppers and onions on this. Like, I had to tell her, I had to kill it because I was like, if they'd have brought me that shit with that, I might have walked out because I was like, oh hell no.
Nah, I'm not eating that.
Yeah, so I just wanted to make sure I wasn't tripping, so I know I was kind of half tripping, so I could deal with that, you know.
Now that you gave me a better description of what the fish actually was, because I thought it was like one bone. But then, like I said before, I kind of had to ask you where you were eating and all that. But when you really described what that fish looked like, I was like, nah, player, no, that's not how it's supposed to go.
I think it's in my opinion. I've gone to decent seafood places before, same amount, you know, with fish, and I had to pick up no bones. So I was like weirded out. I was like, what? I looked at my mom. I was like, why is there bone in my fish? Like, I looked at her and she was like, like, it was so unexpected. So unexpected.
I feel like if Aunt Shirley didn't justify it, then you were probably right.
You know, so. All right, so let's talk about what we could talk about today. So, a lot of people watch TV, except for maybe Moby. He don't watch too much TV, but you know, I feel like he watches enough. You got shows like Naked and Afraid, and you know, all these other shows. Well, there's this one show on HGTV that's called Living Off the Grid, Building Off the Grid.
You said building?
Yeah, Building Off the Grid.
Okay.
So literally, you get some land in the middle of motherfucking nowhere and some trees, and you build a house and a life out there with whatever, whether you bring the shit in or like to the point where you're 30 minutes away, at least 30 to 45 minutes away from civilization. So, you know, a lot of these houses are self-sustaining, you know, which is cool, eco-friendly, self-sustaining. I got you. My question to y'all is, could y'all live out there in the middle of motherfucking nowhere, self-sustaining or not? And let me, if I should get in a little bit more detail. Like, most of these places require sat phones.
Oh, so we can have a phone.
A satellite phone.
Okay.
It ain't gonna be no AT&T and shit. Like, you know, stuff like that. And they show them kind of build it from the ground up. You know, of course, it's television, so it's all edited for TV and shit. You know, people make houses out of sod, and like they might use the dirt to do. It'll make it the AC and the heater at the same time. They got the plastic shit on the roof or whatever. You know, all the eco stuff that I don't know anything about. So, AG, could you and your wife live off the grid?
Not if we didn't have to.
I'm just saying, like,
If we had to, yes. I think anybody would if they had to. I mean, that is in my mind when I read the question, that's the motivating factor. If something cataclysmic happened and it's like you don't have choices, I'm like, you got to figure it out.
but you're not volunteering yourself to go and live in the middle of motherfucking nowhere.
That would be a big no. Not happening. I'm not volunteering to make my life worse. Because then it's like when you get hungry, it's on you. You can't find a grocery store. You got to hunt, and hunting is a skill. I mean, then you got to know what kind of game you got to hunt. It's just like, are there elk, deer, buffalo?
Well,
what do you got? What are you doing?
So my assumption is they do take their half-hour to hour trek out to to public, but I'm just saying, just living out there.
Well, actually, help me out here. Define what off the grid is supposed to mean, because I took it to mean something else, I think.
So what these people do is they find land in the middle of motherfucking nowhere.
Okay.
Like there are some places, because it's a show, there are some places where you can only, like, instead of driving, you have to take a boat to get places.
Okay.
And shit. And yes, like Vocal Cowboy said, there's no electricity. You make your own shit. You used to have a generator, whatever. You build a house eco-friendly, so you're not gonna have a fucking AC unit out the back.
Sure.
Your power is probably gonna be solar, you know, that sort of thing. And yeah, let's say you're anywhere from a half hour to 2 hours away from any type of anything.
So you're not talking about like,
I'm not talking about the end of days.
okay, so you do have access to something. Because that's, now you're making it easier. If there's a 2 hour trek, then I can go 2 hours to get something to eat.
Yeah, but you probably won't have internet. Like, you probably won't have internet for real.
I lived half my life without it.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like, so you say you could do that?
Again, it would have to be a have to thing still. But yes, I mean, if you telling me I can walk to get food, then I can figure out how to make a fire to cook that food. It won't be seasoning because it's like, you know,
Won't be seasoned.
I mean, we're gonna be eating some bland deer.
Well,
But
so I guess, so once again, it's a show, you know, they do have like appliances. It's not like, it's like a regular house, but it's in the middle of motherfucking nowhere.
They just build it away
usually-
from civilization. It's for people who don't necessarily want to live in the city. They want to.
I get it now.
Yeah.
Like, they want to live on the side of a mountain or some shit.
Sure,
You
that's
know?
easy. That's easy. Because really, only thing you're dealing with is the mental part, which is I can't just whip out my phone and be occupied. I can't just whip out my phone. Like today, you know, we didn't feel like going to Walmart, so Walmart Plus all day. 2 hours later, boom, didn't go nowhere. The only.
Yeah, Walmart Plus ain't coming out there, bro.
Huh?
Walmart Plus ain't
They are
coming out
not.
there.
They are, even if you hit the $35 limit, they still ain't coming out there. So I'm like, bro, if you're telling me that, then yes. Because really, I feel like if you were without your phone for 30 days, you would probably get used to it at that point, and you would just go to other things for entertainment. You would try to find information, and then a lot of information just wouldn't be pertinent anymore. It'd be like, I didn't know, and now I know it don't matter. So it's like, whatever. I mean, because a lot of information that we search a lot of times, does it really matter, or are we just occupying time? So
that's what social media is to me, man. Like I said, when I really quit Facebook and everything, it was just like, after like a week, I was just like, I'm good.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, but if those are the rules, then yes. Because my wife, not like me, I'm not a reader, but my wife will pick up a book and read it all day, like just because. So I know, you know. I said, girl, I'll be back in about like 4 hours. I'm gonna go get something to eat and come back. She's all right, deuces.
Go get something to eat.
I mean, you said I could walk to the grocery store a couple hours each way.
I assume you drive your car.
I get a car too? Shit. So basically what you're saying is you can't have a cell phone anymore. You can't communicate with a sat phone, but a sat phone is not a smartphone. So basically all the things that we have come to know and love, for better or worse, are gone. And we left with pure life. We have to talk to each other. We have to entertain ourselves. We have to read a book. We have to learn a skill. We have to do all
I
those
assume
things.
that's what they do.
Now, I would say I would miss YouTube because I figure out how to do many things with YouTube, bro. That's like Alton College. That's like Alton University. Every time I need to figure out something, I can go to YouTube and figure it out. But now you take that away, I'll just have to figure it out slower. And it'll be much more focused. It won't be like I can't try to learn 10 things at a time. So
You'd miss the infamous 12.
Dude.
That would forever be funny.
What
Here
is
wrote me
how
trying
many
not to
years
laugh.
in a decade? 12.
12.
Okay. But anyway, yes, I could. If those are the parameters, sure, I can do that. Because the only thing I'd be missing is a lot of convenience.
All right. Brett says Franklin, VA is bad enough.
was
Yeah,
cold.
Franklin's out there, man.
I mean, but
it ain't
Franklin
out
is a
there
whole
like
town,
but
man. Come on, man.
That place sucks.
Yeah, it's not off the grid though.
No, that ain't off the grid. You might fucking well be. Mocha Cowboy says no electricity. All right, Moby, what's up, man? You doing it?
I mean, the grid ain't ever did shit to me, so I want to be off it.
That, sir, is a Moby logic. He's not wrong. Ain't never done nothing to me either.
I mean, like, if I had to do it, I don't have the skills. Like, I mean, but I believe I would adapt the skills, but like, I don't have the prevalent skills required to live off the grid right now. So I wouldn't do it by choice. Because even though you're like, hey, you know, you can go 30, 45 minutes, like that's really not convenient. Like, because there's going to be times where you just need something or need to know how to do something, and you out there. No, I really ain't equipped for that. That's not a lifestyle that I have been privy to, like, get the skills for survival. Most of the people who want to do that off the grid stuff, man, they're people who love that stuff. They love hunting. They love making their own stuff. I mean, like, I don't. You know what I'm saying? I love that stuff being done.
You said I don't.
You know what I'm saying? I don't. You know what I'm saying? And more power to them. Like, it sucks because, like, in an apocalyptic world, that they're gonna be the ones that survive.
Yeah, they really will, because they can kill their own food.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to befriend some of them motherfuckers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm gonna try to befriend them.
yeah. As a matter of fact, I work. Just teach me. You gotta teach me some skills though, because I ain't just got them.
I want to see you field dress a deer. That would be hilarious.
I mean, like I said, I ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got it.
I know a couple guys can teach you. Actually, Ruben would be in good shape. You just hook up with your brother and you're golden.
I mean,
You can eat all day.
I know how to do some shit too.
I mean, I
hear what you're saying, but damn,
I got
mean,
people in my family that are fine with that. Hell, we got friends that do that shit. Ron would be in heaven if he had to just hunt and do all shit on his own. He talks about doing that shit all the time.
Yeah, you got to put Moco Cowboys. Yeah, Ruben was complaining about fish bones, so I'm assuming the off the grid life isn't for him.
Yeah, that is a safe bet, because like I'm not gonna complain about the bones and the fish. I can eat around that shit.
So, I mean, there are more things out there than motherfucking fish. Like, you know, I can hunt. I can, whatever.
But hunting, you still don't have to prepare the food, because you gotta hunt, you gotta skin it, you gotta. Like that's
Actually, you got to prepare a little bit more, because now you don't have ice.
Yep.
You got to figure out how to you know, if you don't have that, then you got to figure out, it's like, I got to eat this right now. Or I have to figure out how to cure this so it stays.
I've messed with squirrel and stuff. I'm aware.
Okay, just like, you know.
I've had a life before this.
Well, you don't share that life, sir. So we don't know. This is the first time I've ever heard you say you can hunt. Why is that after 5 years? Why haven't I heard this?
I don't hunt. I'm not a fan of hunting. But, you know, if it was...
Sometimes you can be misleading, sir.
No, I mean, like, I know how to, but just because I don't do it on a regular basis, that doesn't mean...
When have you hunted?
I mean, I used to hunt when I was younger. With my brother.
How much younger?
I mean, 10,
everything. Oh, come on! Everything ain't like riding a bike, bro. Everything's not like riding a bike.
Look, Moco Cowboy was like, when was the last time you shot a gun?
When was the last time I shot a gun?
For hunting's sake, not just in general.
For hunting? It's been a very long time for that. But I am very aware of how to shoot guns, and one, to protect myself, and two, I mean, if I wanted to shoot something, I could do it. I'm not like...
I mean, but there's so much more to hunting than just being able to shoot a gun.
It's not quiet.
I'm not doing this.
It's not quiet and stuff like that, yeah. I mean, look, man, it's not something that I do. Like, the older brother is more adept at it than I am.
But you can't say you know how to do it just because you're aware of how it's done. I'm aware of how a lot of shit's done. Don't mean I can do it.
Red Dawn, man, Red Dawn.
Well, those kids were avid hunters, so there's that. Remember that movie? Remember in the original Red Dawn when he got his first kill, killed that Russian guy, and he put blood on his. Yeah.
Oh,
those
yeah,
kids
yeah.
hunt, man. That's. I'm just saying, man. It's a little different. It's a little different.
Wolverines.
Just saying.
I mean, would I be lost? No. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, hey man, I'm gonna go out here and hunt for the family and shit. Blah. Nah, I ain't gonna say that. But I mean, if it was one of those things where Ruben, you need to go shoot a deer because we need to eat. Let's go. It would suck because that's not what I do. But do I have the capabilities of doing so? Yes.
Okay. So is that your answer? Can you live off the grid?
Could I live off the grid? Fuck no. Not at all. Not even close.
I'm just like, bro, he did all this fucking Republican gymnastic talk to basically then just be like, nah, I can't do it.
If I had,
yes, I have a whole bunch of skills that would allow me to do it, but no, I could actually do it.
If I had choices, definitely not. If I have choices, no. If I didn't have choices, of course. I mean, but am I gonna willingly find a piece of land out in the middle of motherfucking nowhere and build a house and all that shit? Fuck no. That's stupid. Bless those people who do that.
Come on, man. You don't want to try for a week? Just a week?
No.
Honestly, the criteria that you gave is really kind of comfortable. It's kind of soft. You have a dwelling that, it doesn't have electricity, but you can figure that out. You can get food. You have a car. You can communicate because you have a sat phone. Bro, you can't do that for a week.
I can't live out in the middle of nowhere like that. I just can't.
Okay.
I mean, back when not even when I was a kid, yeah. I was talking to the folks about this yesterday. Yeah, back in the day, man, I mean, like where my parents are from, they didn't have street lights, bro.
No, absolutely not.
So it's like, man, nah, I'm good.
I mean, my answer is just I wouldn't want to, and based on my current life situation, I couldn't deal with it. But
I mean, you and your wife, your two girls, man, in the middle of nowhere.
See, and that's all about your partner, and I don't have the right partner for that.
How is your wife not the right?
Nah, he ain't wrong on that one.
No, see, here's the thing, because that's a lifestyle that even though those shows off the grid, like the wife has to be more bought into that shit than the husband.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. So if you can't provide everything that your wife needs, then you can't do it. So that's what I'm saying, AG. There's shit out there that I just would not be able to provide.
Nope.
So that would and I told you before, man, like peace is expensive, bro. And even off the grid, bro, like you can't even buy peace out there. Like you just in a piece of land with somebody that hates you.
Hate? That's a rough word, man.
Hey, bro. You take away everything that your significant other holds valuable and holds dear to them, and see if in a few weeks that dislike and that displeasure don't turn into I hate your ass.
But at some point, she's kind of got. I don't know, man. At some point, just got to put her big girl panties
like
on.
I said, but AG, that's why I said I don't have the right partner to. But I knew that going in. You see, now, if I had a live off the grid lifestyle, I wouldn't have the partner I had because I'd be like, hey, look, this ain't the lifestyle she gonna want.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? This ain't the lifestyle she's gonna be cool with.
Because I mean, for real, women living off the grid is for real. It's like, hey, I need to carry my weight.
I mean, would your wife live off the grid?
Huh?
AG?
Say what now?
Would your wife live off the grid?
Oh, yes,
Like
she would. She would. Because what I'm saying to you is once she understood the situation, then she understands the situation, period.
See, we ain't talking about the situation. We talking about the off the grid thing has to be a decision that she makes. I'm telling you, you might feel like she would do it because, like, yeah, if the situation called for it, like, hey man, some shit happened and y'all had to do it, or hey, some unforeseen circumstances came up and it's like, hey, this is the best way to maintain things. But I'm just talking about everything in your life is perfectly normal, and one day you just decide, hey, I want to live in the middle of fucking nowhere. Let's go, baby. Nah, that cannot be
I will
your
give you
decision.
$100,000 to build a house out there.
That
And what
cannot
you
be
doing?
your decision. It has to be her decision.
But see, now y'all changed it up a little bit. Man.
No. I'm not changing it. I'm not talking about the criteria of this question. I'm simply saying that is why I said I don't have the right partner, because my partner would not be down for that. She'd be like, that's not what I signed up for. Like I said, for better or for worse, but I didn't say without. I didn't say without.
But without is kind of better or worse.
Here's the thing, AG. Like, an apocalypse happens, she's down.
Okay.
If like, you know,
Zombies happen.
if some reason the government's tracking me and we got to get off the grid because our life's in danger, she's down. But if I'm just like, hey, you know, it'd be real cool, babe, if we just go out in the middle of nowhere and fuck no, she's gonna be like, well, you can go do that shit on your own.
Actually, when you put it like that, mine would too. So
That's what I'm saying. These off the grid shows, when you be watching them, man, the wife is more bought into the shit than the husband.
Yeah, and she's helping.
well, see,
That's how
I
you
mean,
know they
but
bought
yeah,
it.
but like Mo said, she made a choice. That's what makes the whole thing work.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
Because if she doesn't
It's like-
make a choice, none of it works.
Oh yeah, apparently, you know, there was a conversation I had, you know, because at the beginning of the show they talk. Yeah, you know, we really wanted to do that, and that's usually her talking. We really wanted to do this.
No, I love when women
It,
say
won't,
we,
it
when
ain't
it's
him
really
saying
her.
we wanted to do this.
Yeah.
And she said that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And then she be out there.
Or it's the true definition of we. That's something that like they both are really into. So it was easy consensus to come to. Nobody needed to be persuaded. And if somebody has to be persuaded, it's always him.
Yeah,
Because
it's-
she ain't gonna be persuaded.
Yeah, a true we is very, very rare. Usually when a woman says we, that means I made some decisions and you better come on.
It's just like when we watch, like me and my wife used to watch House Hunter shows, man, and like, and I used to always laugh, and she would get so mad at me because I was pretty fucking accurate about like all the time, like which house they were gonna pick, but she just hated my logic. You know what I'm saying? They introduced the couple and what both people do and everything, and as soon as they would say something like, you know, she is a stay-at-home mom and he is, you know, pretty much the breadwinner, I'll basically be like, they gonna stay wherever he likes. And she'd be like, no. I'm like,
Because
trust
he's
me.
paying for it.
Yes. Except there's one caveat. If it was a black couple that said that, no, he gonna stay wherever the fuck she says because he can afford peace. So it didn't. So even he'd be like, I have a $450,000 budget, and they'd see a house that's like $515,000, and she'd be like, I really like it. And he'd be like, hey, nah, this ain't the budget, and she'd be like, nah, they're not gonna pick that because it's above the budget. I'd be like, nah, that nigga got enough bread.
He gonna find that money.
Yeah, he paying for peace. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't want to do it, but he will do it. Now, it was funny when the white couples were in that same situation. I'm like, nah. He's strict on that budget. That's what the fucking budget is. But a lot of times when the black couple was, she was like, well, I like this, and it's close to their family and everything.
Not working half.
I'd be like, yeah, that nigga doomed. He might as well not even be on the show. He might as well just been like, go ahead, you got it.
A little bit of pushback though. Like you said about being off the grid, if the wife is down and like focused on the budget, then the budget means something.
It's that once again, that was like when,
Yeah, because-
when they would talk, when the couples would come up there and she would be like, well, I'm not comfortable doing anything more than $350. I'm like, then they ain't doing a cent over $350.
Nope.
Now, if he says I don't want to do over $350 and she's like, I'm willing to go over, oh nigga, you about to spend all your bread.
Exactly.
Because she's basically saying if you want peace, it costs.
He's like, nah, budget's real strong, $350. Well, I think we might be doing a little bit more than that.
No, your budget is whatever she says it is today.
Exactly.
Because you are like, and I don't really think. I get it, man. Like, women have said for years how shallow men are, because we're about looks and all that. But like, you don't understand the depth of a man that really loves you. He loves you so much that he just wants you to shut the fuck up and be happy. And that is not shallow. There is depth to that. There is depth to a guy knowing he ain't got it, but being like, I don't want to hear this shit, so I'll make it happen. That is depth.
How many years are there in a decade?
Yeah.
Come on, man. You really pulling that shit out, man?
What?
How many years in a decade? Come on, man.
I can't find it.
Good, because we never need proof that our public education system has prepared people to know a decade is not, in fact, a dozen years.
No, some of those women were in college. Just saying, I gotta put that out there. Some of those women were in college.
I know they were in college, but I'm not blaming the college on that because you have to fucking get there. AG. I'm blaming public schools on that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not mad at your professor of biology or something that didn't feel like he needed to explain to you for the decade.
For the 10 years of the decade. Oh my goodness, that is hilarious.
I mean, look, man. I got nothing else to say on that one.
You really shouldn't have any. No, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. And it happened. It's all right.
I mean, man, and she was an honest student at Nancy River High School.
Well, it's in Suffolk, so. Just saying.
Not Academy either. Oh, that's hilarious.
It's a public school. I've been by there a few times.
Yeah,
public
yeah.
school.
I mean, it was on the borderline of where I lived, man. So I hung out with people that went to Nazareth River, and I promise you, the people I know from Nazareth River don't want to claim that honest student. Like they don't want to claim her.
Well, it's out there now. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my God, hilarious.
I mean, I'm not judging her. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I don't know what her calendars look like, and I don't know
Stop it. Just
how.
stop.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know,
What
man.
her calendars look like?
Yeah, we all have the same calendar, sir. In this hemisphere, yeah, we have the same calendars.
Well. So nobody wants to live off the grid because we ain't got to. And in one case, somebody doesn't have the partner to do so. So
That's hilarious.
Once
He's not
again,
wrong,
man,
He's not wrong.
that is not an insult at all. That is just me making an astute observation about the person that I chose to spend the rest of my life with. She ain't trying to do that off the grid shit, man.
AG, what's on your mind?
It's good to reconnect, man. It's been a little busy since my schedule changed, and I got a chance to take my wife to dinner. Not that I couldn't spend time with her for free, but I got a chance to get her out of the house and buy her a meal and just look across at her pretty face. And it was good to reconnect, man. It really was. So it was a nice day yesterday. It was a nice day with her yesterday. Got a chance to get out, and I think every couple needs to do it. Doesn't have to do it every week, but you need to do it sometimes, because life happens when you allow it, and sometimes you got to put your foot down and say, life can happen without us this time. We're going out. So I appreciate the wife for not asking no questions, just getting in the car, and it was a good day. So that's what's on my mind.
You had to pick her up and throw in the trunk or something?
No, I said yummy food, and that's all it took. So, but she ride or die, man. It wouldn't have mattered if we fed her or not. But the bottom line is, you spend time with your spouse, even when it's busy. Press stop, and just hit the space bar. Spend some time with your wife or your husband, whichever one, and just have a meal or have a discussion or both, and just reconnect and go on with your life after that. Make your marriage better, make your relationship better. So that's what's on my mind.
All right, awesome. Bound chicken, wow, good stuff. Mo B, what's on your mind?
Yo, man, the hospital and the medical scene continues to be a wedge between me and certain people in my family. So I have spent a lot of time in hospitals recently, and I have realized that hospital visits or just doctors' offices in general are not good for any relationship I have with any woman in my life. Like, if something happens, my mom wants to blame every doctor in the hospital. My wife is constantly asking me questions that I am not a medical professional to be able to answer. But she don't ask me the questions like when I'm in a position to like research it or ask the doctor a question. Nah, man, it'd be like 2 a.m. She'll ask me a question, and I'm just like, I mean, I probably should know the answer to that question because it's my health that we talking about. But I also didn't go to medical school at all. So, I mean, I kind of trust in people who went to school to do the shit. And I leave it at that. And then she's like, well, you should ask the question. And part of me wants to say, you're right. But I can't ask the motherfucker now. Like, I mean, I don't have this person.
Hey, Doc, you tell me to answer this shit. Why are you getting booty call texts at 2:30 in the morning? And I was one of my patients. Sure.
And, like, I've also realized that some people perceive that my lack of a desire to take pain medication is me trying to prove how tough I am. It is not me trying to prove how tough I am. I do not take painkillers because I'm trying to walk around and say, Tico, big bad man. No. I used to want to take painkillers all the time. So now I'm basically letting you know I am weak when it comes to painkillers. If I start taking a magical drug again that makes me not hurt anymore, I'm never going to want to stop doing that shit again. So I choose pain, not because I want to hurt, but because if I take a pill one time and it makes me feel as good as some of that pain medication used to make me feel when I played football and was hurting all the time, I'm not going to stop taking them pills. So the doctor keeps prescribing pain meds every time I have to get cut. And I'm just like, hey, man, I really don't want this Oxy. I really don't. Look, I get it. I know a lot of people out here really want these drugs, but I ain't one of them. And my mom gets mad at me because she's like, why don't you just take the pain meds? You shouldn't just be out here hurting. And I'm just like, how is this bothering you? Like, I'm the one with stitches in my chest and in my arm. Why is this so upsetting to you that I don't want to take a pain pill?
It's a lot more complicated than that, man. How is this upsetting you?
But here's the thing, AG. I would understand because I also understand how powerless it is when somebody you care about is in pain and you can't do anything about it.
Right, exactly.
But AG, I'm not out here complaining about hurting.
I realize that, but she knows you hurting, man.
Like, I'll be perfectly fine, and she'll be like, well, did they give you anything for it? But I'm not even really hurting. And then she'll be like, well, you should just take the pain meds anyway. Why is this affecting you?
Look, man, she's just worried about her son, man. That's all it is, baby. I mean, how is this affecting you?
Need that check engine light to stay home, Moby.
That's hilarious.
But look, what I will give my wife like credit for is I had a surgery. I actually had 2 surgeries. earlier this week, and then the next day they had to go and they put a valve in my arm, and it was cutting circulation off to my hand. So I went to the doctor, and the surgeon casually said, "Oh yeah, it's still in blood flow from your hand. I'm gonna have to just cut it and block it off, and I'll have surgery next week, and we'll work on it." So I'm just like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "Yeah, let me go get my scalpel and everything, just cut it open and do it." So, and then he looked at my wife, "Are you gonna be okay?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And I'm just like, "Yo, you don't have to sit in the room and watch it. You can go." And then she was like, "Well, I mean, I'll leave if me being here is bothering you," which is a loaded fucking question. What am I supposed to say? Yes, your presence disturbs me greatly while I'm getting cut. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, honestly, because my real answer is, this motherfucker's about to cut into my arm while I'm awake. You being here don't make a lick of difference to me. So she turns around. She was like, "I just won't look." And she just puts her headphones. And then I'm like, "What? Why are you even still in the room then?" Like, you turned around facing the corner like you on timeout. As me and the surgeon have casual conversation about his tattoo, about when he was young and how knew he wanted to be a surgeon when he was 4, even when he was a fuck up getting arrested and stuff. And I'm just like, and we just having casual conversation as he cuts my arm open and there's blood running down my arm. He's like, "Oh, hold on, let me get this." And he walks away, and I'm like, he's like, "Oh, we're almost done." And she's like in timeout in the corner, turned around, and I'm just like, I get it. I guess that's love and support because she was there.
You are killing your wife right now, bro.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not trying to kill her. I'm just like, that's a level, like, because if it was something that like really I couldn't stomach, I would feel even more worthless being in the room, turned around, not looking at it. But maybe that's just the man pride in me, because I'm like, yo, if I'm supposed to be here for you, I'm supposed to be here for you. And I'm like, yo, I watched you give birth. I watched a whole bunch of shit come out of you and had to sit here and look at it and be like, man, it ain't never gonna be the same. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you can't watch me get cut in the arm? I saw placenta.
I can't.
Man. Only Moby puts winner in a corner.
No, I didn't put her in the corner.
No, she put herself in the corner.
Yeah. Because I really did was like, hey, you don't have to go. And I wasn't trying to like be macho, and I wasn't trying to like tell her I didn't want to hear. I just knew she didn't want to see somebody cutting my arm open. But I was like, I get it. You wanted to show me support, but like, you drove me here. That was a lot of support. Like, you've been with me at the hospital the whole time. Like, you've been dealing with me for like the last year with me not being able to do anything. Like, support has been shown. You're not proving shit by standing in the corner looking like you on timeout.
Yeah, that's mine over there. She'll be all right.
But once again, it's a weird feeling, because like part of me is just like, man, that's a lot of love right there because she's here. But then the logic in me is just like, but she could have just went in the waiting room. Like, cause it's making me feel bad, because it makes me feel like, okay, you can't even watch me. Like, I looked at you in the eyes as the vagina was wrecked in front of me. And you can't, it's like 10 stitches, man. You couldn't watch 10 stitches get ripped. Oh God. Hilarious. And I get it, it's an apples to orange comparison because she was, producing life, and I mean, not comparing, but I kind of am. Like, I mean,
I can't. This is over for me right now. This is over for me. I'm not doing this.
But yeah, like, so look, man, the hospitals are not very good for my relationships, because I realize that the way I logically process things puts a wedge between all the women in my life, because none of them want me to process things the way I process. My mom wants me to be freaked out. My wife wants me to ask a whole bunch of questions that even when I get the answers to, I still won't truly understand. Because it's not like she wants me to know the answers. She wants me to be able to explain it to her. And that's a whole different level. Because like I might understand what he's saying, but I'm too dumb to like relay that to her. Because it takes great genius to make something complex simple for somebody. And I ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that. This is my limitation, not hers. So when she starts asking me about blood levels and all, I'm just like, hey, I know this is good and this is bad. I don't know why it's good or bad, but I know what the number is when it's good and what the number is when it's bad. That's really all I need to know. Like, Ruben, you can attest to that. When you get blood work, you know what number's good and what number's bad. You're happy when there's a good number. When a bad number's there, you're like, oh, okay, what do I have to do for this bad number? Okay. I don't really need any detailed explanation as to what's going on. Just what's the solution? I don't focus on problems. I focus on solutions.
I hear that. Awesome. Thank you, sir. So, what's on? I'm gonna piggyback a little bit on this hospital thing, because I've also spent some time in a hospital, bruh. It's not the street, man. It's not the street. The hospital, the biggest drug runners in the country. The biggest drug runners, man. I'm sitting there, I'm in, I don't think I've ever said this story. I'm in the hospital. Every time somebody comes in there, does it hurt? No.
Hey, y'all remember my hospital stay? I was just like, every time somebody came in, it was, bro, you know how many level 3 narcotics I have in my house right now?
I'm just saying. And I was getting to that too, right? So because it's just like you just had major surgery. No, I have neuropathy on my feet. I can't feel shit. Like there's no pain. There's pressure, but there's no pain. And stuff like that. I mean, every 3 hours, feel any pain? If I'd have felt pain, you see his button here that says nurse, I would have hit it. Like, what are we doing? And then, of course, we went from, we did the surgery, boom, boom. I didn't see my foot for like 2 days and shit. And then I projectile vomited. That was, how you look on a TV when they fake it, it looks like a whole bunch of shit just flies out of a mouth. Nah, that shit was legit. And that shit where I couldn't hold it. All over my bed, hit the window. Like,
you hit the window?
Hit the window, baby. 4 feet.
To the wall, baby.
Wow.
That's right. 4 feet. I mean, projectile vomit, my brother. I'm sorry for those out there who just thought about that. But yeah, all my food for the last 3 days, yeah, it was out. And of course, after they helped clean me up, do you feel any pain? I feel hungry. Like, I ain't got shit in my stomach. Like, what we doing? Like, my foot, I'm damn on my foot. I just literally projectile vomited for the first time in life. Like, I mean, cause you vomit. Like, you throw up. Nah, man, I'm talking about, I was a damn water hose on a fire truck, bruh.
Wow.
Like, yo, it was like that. Never in life had that ever happened to me. Whatever. And then, second to the last day, nurse comes in. Hey, are you in pain? No pain. Well, they sent me a text saying that, hey, we have medication for you to pick up. What? Medication? They sent me a text on my phone. They, as Moby was saying, yo, no pain, man. They give me Oxy. Bruh.
Really?
First, Oxy, no pain. They asked me, do you want Oxy? No, I'm not taking it. I don't feel anything. Because if I'm feeling that kind of pain, I'm keeping my fat ass in this bed. Like, we not doing that. And so,
I have 3 different level 3 prescription pain meds in my house right now, AG.
Bruh.
And I didn't ask for any of them. But like I get so much stuff from the pharmacy anyway. I go to pick up my stuff. They're like, oh, you got like 3 or 4 things in. I hit my deductible like 9 months ago, and it ain't even been 9 months this year.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't even pay for prescription meds. So they just put the shit in the bag, and I go home. Oxy. Oh, cool. Why am I getting Viking? Cool. I got that too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Do they want you to be addicted?
I've been theorizing that yes, that they do. Because when you go to the hospital and never say you're in pain, you didn't even go to the hospital for pain, and every doctor asks you about pain meds.
But here's the kicker, right? This is when I realized the hospital are the biggest pushers. They're bigger than the people on the street. You wanna know why? Bruh, they was like, yo, gotta come pick it up. So I asked the nurse, how much is it? 18 cents.
Yeah, don't worry about it, baby. We got you.
What?
18. Are you
We
serious?
got you.
My introductory price for Oxy was 18 cents. 18 cents, which means the insurance covered like 99% of it. And they made me pay 18 cents.
But at one point in time, I was paying almost $400 for insulin, but I can get pain meds for free.
That makes no sense to me.
Pain meds for free.
Wait a minute. How are you out here paying $400 for insulin, but you get pain meds for free?
And here's the thing, man. Yo, this is a pure Oxy, bro. It ain't cut with no other shit. It's straight from the hospital. I was like, I don't want them. They was like, you have to take them. I was like, I'm not paying 18 cents. Like literally 18 cents. So somebody pay 18 cents. Somebody pay for it. And it won't me, it won't a member of my family. All I know is I got a bag of, I think of Oxy. I'm just like, what? And then I left. I think I took it back to the hospital like 2 weeks ago. Disposing of shit. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
The hospital is basically trying to get me to run drugs. Because I'm just saying, because like I ain't using them, but they keep supplying. You know, the hospital's a plug, and they just like eventually one day they're just gonna be like, "Hey, bro, you done had these pills for how long, and you ain't brought us back no money yet? Like, you been out here all motherfucking day, and you ain't."
What you been doing? You been sitting down?
All I can see is an administrator with a tie on or a nice skirt or you know, business suit on saying what you just said.
I need you to get back out there on your chair and bring me back some money.
Oh my goodness, stop it.
I mean, but yo, man, hospitals, man.
They don't want to help you, man. Okay.
I mean, look, and to be perfectly honest with you, you know, I'm not a hospital guy. I am a doctor person, though. And I know we talked about this a couple weeks ago. I am officially a doctor person. If I don't feel right, like for about 48 hours, I'm going somewhere. You know, 10, 15, 20 years ago, nah, I'd have just rolled that shit out. But these days, man, nah, bro, you gotta take care of yourselves, man. If you're feeling weird honestly, if you're feeling weird for more than 24 hours, you should probably go somewhere. Me, I give it an extra day just in case. But hey, man, I lost my toe over this bullshit, and it is what it is. But yeah, but did I ever take any oxy? Hell no, man. What? I ain't trying to be Robert Downey Jr., bro.
You see, AG, what it is the hospital is trying to do is they want to give you pain meds because they need you to be hooked on it. Now, the reason they need you to be hooked on it is because really the only place you can get pain meds is from the hospital.
Right.
So once you're hooked on it, you're going to start finding reasons to go to the hospital so you can get more pain meds. So now they getting to charge you. So they don't really get to see that the pills, them shits is cheap because that's just they waited. That's like advertising. That's like a commercial for them. You know what I'm saying? Like McDonald's don't pay all this money in TV commercials for entertainment purposes. They do it because it gets you to come to their restaurant. They do these painkillers because they're like, hey, if you get hooked on it, you're going to find some fucking injuries to come to the hospital for. Your back going to be hurting for some reason. You know what I'm saying? You're going to accidentally slam your hand in the door. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to come get these pills, and we're going to charge your insurance company every goddamn visit, because that's where the bread at. The bread ain't in that motherfucking 18-cent pills that they gave you. It's in that fucking $6,000 bill you had to get that fake ass back scan so you could show that you had back spasms, which is really kind of undetectable with scans, but they'll give you pain meds for it anyway.
But they shouldn't have gave you the scan to start with.
Bro, they gave me 2 MRIs, and I only know why they gave me one.
Gee, the hospital is a business, baby. That shit ain't for you.
I got an MRI. I got an X-ray. Like, they did like 2 or 3 days. I was like, I thought y'all just taking my fucking foot off.
You see, AG, doctors want to save your lives. Hospitals want your bread. You know what I'm saying? Like, so,
or not your bread, the bread of the insurance company. But they don't want you. You're the small guy. They want the big dog.
I hear what you're saying. I mean, it's just, I hear what you're saying. I do. I'm not gonna pretend like it's not true. I really am not trying to be naive, but some of the stuff y'all say, I'm like, what?
Bro, when I spent 4 days in the hospital for COVID, $32,000.
Yeah, I believe it. I've seen medical bills before. I have a cancer patient.
I just spent 8 days in this bitch.
I hear you. I just, man, sometimes people say stuff out their mouth and I'm like, what?
I spent 5 extra days in the hospital because one doctor forgot to tell me to stop taking, or forgot to tell the hospital to stop giving me blood thinners. So they had to keep me in the hospital extra 5 days so they could do a procedure, because they couldn't do it while I was on blood thinners, but they couldn't take me off the particular blood thinner. They had to keep me on an IV blood thinner. So I had 5 extra days in the hospital for that, where I felt perfectly fine. Nurses were coming in, you okay? Yeah, I'm cool. Every time a doctor would come in, you need some pain meds? I'm not even here for that, bro. I'm just waiting for this biopsy that y'all can't let me go home for.
Oh, yeah. There was like my white cell count was, they said my white cell count was too high. I had to stay extra 2 days in the hospital. All I did was sit there. And they fed me that horrible ass food. I didn't, like, look, bro, they took the IV shit off me for 2 days. I literally in the bed for 2 days. Because it was like, well, we don't feel comfortable with your white blood cells. Sitting here is going to make them better?
Hey, but shout out to the hospital nurses, because like all the hospital nurses was all cool, man. I ain't really ran to no bad hospital nurse. They all say I'm a cool patient. And I wish all my patients were this easy. And I'm just like, I wish all your patients were this easy too, because I don't understand why anybody would be giving you a hard time.
Exactly.
like the person who is tasked with making sure that everything is okay with me, they not about to get no attitude from me. Like, yeah, do I like the fact that you come in my room every 15 minutes from like 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. to check a vital sign, that you have a fucking scan computer that is actually reading for me anyway? Yeah, that shit get annoying, but I realize you just doing your job. And I look, I didn't come to the hospital with any expectation of getting sleep, even though they always say get plenty of rest. It's so funny when they be like, yo, get rest. And I'd be like, where? If I get rest when I go home?
Bruh, I was in the hospital for 8 days. By night number 3, we had already figured out a way, because they came at 3 o'clock to check shit. Bruh, I slept in such a way where they could get to my arm bracelet, they could check whatever vital signs, and then wake me up.
Wow.
Because I was like, yo, this waking up at 3 in the morning, 5 in the morning, that shit's for the birds, bro. For real.
Bro, I just don't sleep now because, like, I still have a hospital schedule. Like, sleep-wise, I still have a hospital schedule. During the middle of the night, I'm just up. I'll just wake up randomly.
So have they institutionalized you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn. It's like jail.
Like at 1:30, 2:30, 3:15, like I just be up.
Bro, they didn't want to close my door. And I was like, look, I ain't trying to be like a little kid now, but y'all got that bright ass light out there, man. I'm trying to go to sleep in this bitch. And they was like, okay, we'll close the door. I was like, fuck, man, I gotta close the damn door. This is the worst. I mean, you know, but the cool thing is they had students there. And so, like, I guess it was just a program where I met 2 students during my time there, and they had to interview me. And I was like, well, I ain't doing shit, so let's go. And we started talking about life and shit. You know? It was kind of interesting. But don't go to the hospital unless you got to. And definitely don't take, unless you're in pain, don't take that shit. It's not gonna end well for you. Be like Moby and deal with the pain.
Either that or take a real strong Tylenol. But yeah, if you don't have to take Oxy, don't do it.
Bro, I don't even take that. I'll be mad when they put that shit in. Like, they're like, oh, we gave you some pain meds through your IV. I didn't give you permission to do that.
They'll do it without asking? Wow. Okay.
I mean, depending on what it is.
Yeah, for certain procedures, like, well, we got to give you pain meds. Like, they gave me a nerve blocker, and they were like, well, we got to give you this Tylenol before the nerve blocker. I'm like, but you about to give me a blocker that makes me not feel nothing. What do I need the Tylenol for?
Yeah.
They're like, well, the Tylenol helps the nerve blocker take effect.
What?
That didn't make sense to me. But I'm just like, all right, I didn't go to school for this shit. Cool. Y'all want me to take some drugs. Like, how much did y'all charge insurance for these 2 regular strength Tylenol? Like,
straight up. Straight up.
I like $50 a pill.
I like when they drew on my leg, man. And it was a Sharpie. It's like, yeah. Because they had to draw which leg it was to make sure they don't cut the wrong shit off.
Yeah.
actually,
and I get that.
I appreciate
like
that.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Because you
I didn't wanna
imagine
wake
them
up
taking
with
off the wrong
8 toes.
toe?
Dude, if I woke up with 8 toes,
Bro.
somebody would be sued up in that bitch.
And that's what they're trying to avoid.
Sued would be the least of their worries.
I mean, an ass kicking might happen, but you know. But yeah, no, man, it's just, yeah, they gave me a nerve blocker too. It's like, yeah, we're gonna put you under and we'll give you a nerve blocker so you don't feel anything. Okay. And then when you're under, you're about 90% under. You can kind of hear shit. Like, they tell you to do things. It's almost like a truth serum because you do it, but you're not really knowing what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about all that. I just be up. You know what I'm saying? All the stuff, I was just up. Like, when they gave me a nerve blocker, they were just moving my arm, and that was just making me annoyed because they were just moving it, and I was like, I couldn't feel nothing.
Nah, they put me under anesthesia because, you know, they had to saw off some bone and shit.
Wow.
So, yeah, they didn't just cut it off with some clippers. You know, I'm pretty sure they brought out a saw. It's clean cut.
Did you hear the saw?
No.
He was knocked out by then.
I heard a lot of things.
Like when they did my bone marrow biopsy and they had the drill in my back, I was just up hearing the drill. You know what I'm saying? They were like, "You're gonna feel a little bit of pressure." And I'm just like, the pressure ain't what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
I just don't like hearing. Like, I'm hearing the drill and I know what you're doing.
Can I get a silent drill up in this
You're
bitch?
literally drilling in my back, and I can feel you drilling in my back. Not because it necessarily hurts, but because, like, I can feel you pushing down on my back. Yeah, that sound is unnerving. You know, I'm like, hey man, can y'all give me some earplugs or something? Like,
I think the last thing I remember is they asked me right before I really went out. They was like, hey, we need you to move over to this table, because they rolled me in and I had to physically help move myself over to the table. And then I remember them having me help move myself off the table. And I was like, yeah, it was really big fog, man. It's just like when I had back in the day when they had to stop pump my stomach because I started throwing up blood for no reason.
I just appreciate the fact that even when I'm almost under, I can still make an awkward dick joke. Like that's really how I know that, like, I am still me even under drugs. Like when they had to shave my groin, and it was like two ladies there, and I was just like, which one of y'all drew the lucky straw? And they started laughing. I was like, hey, look, man, like I know my thing flopping around. Like this, you've seen dicks before. Like I'm not gonna, it's no time for me to get shot now. I don't think I'm the only penis y'all gonna see today.
I mean, you probably weren't wrong. They did say I talked a lot during my surgery. Like, because the woman who came in, put the thing on, she was like, yeah, you really wouldn't shut up. I was like, about what?
You really
Nobody-
wouldn't shut up.
Nobody
Okay.
said that about me. The surgeon just was like, hey, I understand why bad things happen to you in the hospital. And I was like, why? And he was like, you're just so nice, man. He was like, during surgery, like we're doing stuff that I know hurts, and you're still nice, and you're like not complaining, and you're making jokes. He was like, you gotta get an attitude when you're in here, man. Like we respond better.
You know what?
You need to get harder. You need to get harder. Nah,
Like
man.
literally, when my surgeon was cutting us, man, we were just having like just shooting the shit conversation, man. He was, and it was hurting. He was like, I'm sorry about this. I said, look, man, I didn't come here because I didn't expect this to hurt.
I mean, I can see how that could be unnerving for some people. But yeah, she was like, yeah, you really weren't talking about anything. You just was talking. And I was just like,
Somebody should have recorded you. You probably confessing your loves to people.
oh, Jesus Christ, don't do that.
I remember back in '97.
Oh my goodness.
I had loved that girl. She broke my heart.
Oh, God.
I'd be scared that I'm gonna be under like some anesthesia shit, and like, you know what I'm saying? Because I have this like really, really bad fear, and it's an unreasonable fear, but it's an unreasonable fear that comes from reality.
Okay.
Like, if you can get in trouble with a woman for something that she dreams about, like, what happens if you're like under anesthesia and somebody says something and you say somebody else's name, like whether you know them or not? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I start talking about some girl in the 4th grade, but I'm saying her name too much. And it's like, well, who the fuck is Leslie? Huh? Who the fuck is Leslie? No, you had all this shit to say about Leslie. Like, that bitch, I don't even know what Leslie. I gotta look at my own goddamn yearbook to fucking find who the fuck is Leslie. Like, Angie, you laugh, but you know I ain't lying. You know
You're
what
not,
I'm
that's
saying?
why I'm laughing. And she's the sweetest person ever, but I promise you, one day I woke up, I said, are you okay? She's like, yeah, I had a dream you were with another woman. I said,
Bro, it's like, so I'm getting punished for your subconscious?
yes. Yes. I hope you're hearing this, Ruben, because it's just legit, man. It's legit.
So I have a fear, like, so when they be like, yo, do you want to get like the gas, or do you want to, hey, just put me under, just put me all the way under. Don't fucking tease me with no gas. That's I'm gonna be talking and I'm fucking around, say something stupid that makes no sense to anybody but the person that wants to be mad at me for saying something. No, I don't want to say shit. So once again, I know that shit sounds unreasonable, but that comes from a real place, man. Because all it takes is one fucking name. And as many people as we work with, I could just say somebody I work with name, and it's like, oh, here it is.
I mean,
I was trying to be supportive. Why don't you call that bitch? Like,
Dang. Okay.
look, I'm not saying she would say that, but that's how I would feel, because she would make a whole bunch of inappropriate jokes about, oh, well, you had a whole bunch to say about this, and I'd be like, man, as much foul shit as I did in my life, for real. now I gotta be punished for some shit I didn't do. You know what I'm saying? Now I gotta hear about some shit I didn't do.
oh my God.
I'm just saying, it's a real fear. Like, if somebody ever asked me about gas, or just being put under, I'm just like, hey man, they're like, well, there's always a chance when you're anesthesia you might not wake up. Hey man, but not waking up is better than waking up to bullshit.
And that's the whole thing, man. I expected to be under like completely. Like when I had my colonoscopy, your ball was out. I remember counting down from 10 to 1. I remember 5. And I remember waking up. And I was like, what? And
I get it, because you know they don't want you waking up, you know, while they in you. You know what I'm saying? That's
Hey,
I can,
pause.
you know, ain't no pause there. That's what the fuck would be happening. Like, that was a no pause statement. That's exactly what would happen. You'd wake up while they're in you, and I could see how that would be a bit alarming.
That'd be something.
They want to make sure, and you're not a small guy, so you know you don't want to scare a guy like that. You don't know how a guy like that's going to react.
I don't think you want to scare any guy like that.
No, but you definitely don't want to scare somebody way bigger than you like that, because
yeah,
it's just not the move, man.
That sounds like a bad move for a lot of people.
It's just not the move, man. So yeah, when you get into something like that, Javier, you got to be all the way under, way under. Like, I don't want to wake up till tomorrow.
Yeah, AG. I hope it never happens to you, but the Lord knows, man. If you gotta get any surgery, you want to go under. No, I don't want no parts of this shit. Put me to sleep. Do what you need to do. I mean,
no, I agree. I never had surgery before, but I promise you, if I have to, I don't want to know nothing.
Yeah, don't tempt fate, bro.
No, I'm not.
Nah,
I want the good stuff.
Yeah. So, with that being said, appreciate everybody listening to the show today. we went off the grid, and then we went under. But with that being said, thank you for listening to the show today. Thank you to AG, thank you to Moby, thank you to all of you listening to us live, thank you to all of you listening to us on the podcast. Tell a friend, tell an enemy, just tell someone about us. Please like, subscribe, and leave us a review, especially on Apple or wherever you get this podcast. We're also on YouTube too, just in case you missed some. You can always go back right after this show. It's already there. Listen to it again. Leave us a nice little note, you know, middle fingers, keep it to yourself. Other than that, you know, we'll be here every Sunday, including next Sunday, 9 p.m. until we feel like stopping. So, with that being said, once again, I'd like to thank AG, I'd like to thank Moby, and I also like to thank you. We will see you next week. Peace, love, hair grease, soul, and deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW podcast, at Newsman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Newsman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of
The 5 Minute Warning.